Okay, this will be my introduction for a short members only video. Just it's super cash. Apologize for the real casual thing. It's I think I was sitting and you don't see it. I just film I think shoulder up, but I'm sitting in my Adirondack chair in the front over there behind that tree, and just thinking some thoughts, sharing a little bit of my experience moving from and my motivations and whatnot from moving from the United States to a retirement in Thailand. And just typical night, just a quiet evening looking up at the stars, and I love doing that. I honestly do. It's just so peaceful here. It's the peace. I couldn't have this back home, and I couldn't have nice weather 11 months out of the year either. I couldn't. So anyways, thank you everyone that watches these videos. Thank you everyone for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that these videos do help you. Bye. Just little old me sitting here sipping my coffee. Hang on. That's a view. It's been a heat wave lately, but it's the mornings, unless it's a really hot, if it's hot in the morning, then I know I'm screwed all day and I won't ride my bike on a day like that. But it's not today. It's not bad. Anyway, so just a little of me sitting here pontificating life. I was a little hard on fun last night about a couple things. Sometimes I never want to be a doormat again. Before I was a doormat, but I was a paid doormat because I kept half my wealth because I was willing to stay a doormat for an extra decade or half a decade or a decade probably, if I'm realistic with myself. And eventually it was worth an awful lot of money to not be a doormat anymore. So I never want to do that again. I'll never do that again. So I was probably over pushed back last night, but you never get it perfect, right? That's the way it is. But we're doing well. We were laughing and joking this morning, and it was it was not a big argument. It was a small argument, but you know what I mean. Married life. Just sitting, chilling, looking at my view of the rice field and the sunrise. Maybe I'll throw in a good picture. Take care, everybody. Well, this is Rob coming to you from the locker room. Sorry for the low-class presentation. I just finished shoulder day. Here's my point, though. I just gave all the ibuprofen I have to the cleaning lady here at the gym. At Lon Fitness is gym. They don't use the word gym. They use the word fitness. Fitness, which is fitnet, Lon Fitnet. Anyways, and she didn't have the money for painkillers, so I just emptied I keep a daily supply of ibuprofen on me, which now I don't have any, but I'll live for one day. But I wasn't sure if she'd take any, and I said, here, I'll more. I'll give all, and she thanked me a whole bunch of times. So sometimes you can't assume what somebody else might have or not have. I've definitely learned that lesson. Just walking, eating an ice cream with my little buddy here.
So hot.
Jai, it's very hot today. I just realized, like, the peace and quiet, you get used to it here. I'm a native Detroiter, and I just heard like an aggressive, like an impact sound, and I'm like, whoa, it's weird. What is that? And it's just a guy handling some big bags of ice out of the back of an ice truck. Back in Detroit, wouldn't even get on my radar. Here it's like, oh my gosh, what's that sound? Because it's so peaceful. Like, everything's quiet and measured. And then I also realized Dairy Queen, which we were just at, has chili dogs. I will be revisiting this issue. When you come here, you want to get these little hooks. They sell them on the Shopee, all little online, and little shops will have them too for your hoodrest, because you're going to have tons of food. All comes these bags, and they all got these little loops in them, and you can hang them on there. Obviously, you're not going to spill it. It's mandatory you got to get that. And I just went to Pun Thai Coffee, and that was nice too. I had a guy, one of the Grab drivers, came up to me and said, "Oh, Pun Thai Gang Ma." That I speak very good. Always nice to hear that. And here's a little slideshow. This is the local Tetsagan, which is festival. It's the Glue-Eye Home. That's the big banana. and it's an intentional double entendre, in case you were wondering. So here's just a few photos from that. There's both the fawns boys feeding the various animals. We joked about Ken being a pig, feeding a pig. There was all kinds of joking about that. The boys were really cute, and they're very well behaved. And but this guy puts this on every year. It's fun. First time Fawn went. And this is a really, really pretty picture of Fawn. One of my favorite photos of her, in all honesty. And here's her just hamming it up for me. This is a shot in our house. And here is an example of very proper attire from a good traditional Thai woman. You should be seeing this at least from time to time. Way better than the ladies you find at the pub. This is Rob. Video's over. I'm closing my gate. But if you've been liking or subscribing, and praise God if you've been a member of the channel, I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that watches. You have a great day.